Hello and welcome to another AIC video does stupid stuff. So I had a little bit of a credit on my credit card after return that I thought, oh, I'll spend on something dumb. So I don't know how this will turn out because I have no idea if what's in this box even works. But I thought, oh, I'll see what I can get for 40 bucks because that's how much I had on that return. And so I threw in a couple of bids on this and ended up winning it. Of course, it's a laptop because, you know, that's just how I roll. That was packaged pretty nice. I've gotten some pretty poorly packed stuff recently. All right, so this is HP Zbook 15. It's one of the laptops I was looking at possibly buying for my, can I get a gaming laptop for less than 150 bucks that I did a recent live stream on. But I was looking at this before I did that live stream because I wanted to kind of see what was available. That actually looks like the top of it's pretty scuffed up, but like these keys don't look like they have any wear to them. A little stickiness there. But like this portion on my Zbooks that I've had before gets pretty scratched up from use. That screen also looks pretty darn clean. I'm wondering, with the way this looks, if this mostly is just sat on a shelf with other laptops on it. These were targeted towards business customers. So this is one. Oh, I love this about this laptop. You have access to just about everything on here. So we have 2 RAM slots here. We have a missing hard drive and missing caddy. I believe this is a SATA SSD slot there, and I think I have a spare one of those. It's not very big, but I have one. I think this is for a WAN card. Yeah, here's the cables. We could possibly put a M.2 slot SSD in there as well. We'll see at a later date. Let's go ahead and take that keyboard off, see what we got going underneath the keyboard. Let me grab my screwdriver. All right, and this laptop was used because there's dust there, but for how long or how heavily, I don't know. All right, looks like we have a screw for a keyboard here. Screw for a keyboard here. That's for chassis. CD-ROM drive lock. Is it just 2 for the keyboard? Might be just 2 for the keyboard. I think so. I've never taken one of these apart before, so I reviewed one of these years ago, but I didn't take it apart. Let's see here. This is where I'm gonna munch things up, possibly. Probably need to get a plastic spudger. Let me go find a plastic spudger. I was hoping there'd be a place to push it out. So like, you know, you push through somewhere. Let me remove that CD-ROM drive. See if it gives me the back of the keyboard. Sorry, I know I'm kind of all over the place with this. Go on. Go on. Feels like something wants to merge. Come on. Is there anything else I need to undo? Typically it's just one screw, right? As long as I'm unscrewed all the way. Pull up on that and push out on that. Oh, there we go. The screw is just binding. There we go. I think that's it. I think now I can push on the keyboard. So let's crack this open like so, and then I push through the bottom. It's always fun to feel like breaking stuff. Well, it started to come. Jeez. I don't think this has ever been removed. All right. Oh, crap. There we go. Is there a screw there still somewhere? If you see anything I'm not seeing. As for that, let's go ahead and take this screw out. I doubt that's anything, but no, because that's just for that about 2 slot. There wouldn't be anything under this. That's loose. That's loose. So I want to make sure I'm not breaking nothing. All right, let's try this again. All right, there we go. Man alive. Okay, cool. So this is the i5 version. And we can see here that we have the CPU here, which I believe, yeah, is socketed. Kind of hard to see, but you can see that's a socket there. Now, an i7 version has 2 more RAM slots soldered in here, but the i5 version did not come with those. However, we also have a dedicated graphics card in here. So we have both the CPU and graphics card cooling. So for 40 bucks, I need to get some storage. I need to get additional RAM, which I have that. And I have a 65 watt power supply, but not a 91. I think this requires a 90 watt power supply, but I'll see if it powers on with a 65 watt. Let me go get that. We'll plug it in, see if it boots. If it does, we will see if I have some storage for it. All right, so I have another 8 gig stick. This is 8 gigs, I verified. 8 gig stick of RAM. I have a 512 gig SATA drive that it fits here that way. I even found a spare screw if I need it, but I'll just steal this one. I think that one works. Oh, come on. Oh yeah, well, then we can just rock with one screw. And then I have a 65 watt HP charger. Let's go ahead and plug this bad boy in. All right, there's a light on there. There's no battery, obviously, though I expect any battery this might have had would have been toast by now anyways. That's usually the case for me. Oh. So CMOS checksum is invalid. So the CMOS battery is probably dead. That just booted right up as soon as I plugged it in. But there's a BIOS setting to power on with okay. Let's do F10. So we have, what does this tell us? Core i5 4200M, 8 gigs of RAM. We have 8 gigs, yeah, 8 gigs. We have Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. BIOS. Nope, set up password, so that's good. They didn't ask for a password, so we don't want that power on. Set date and time. Wednesday 05. Oh. It's not letting me type anything in there. Oh, do I have to do up or down? So that's not working. Oh, there we go. So it's 05 30 today, and it's 2025, and it's it's what, 8:45, something like that. Close enough. I can change that later. All right, so we're gonna hit save. Actually, I'll turn that off for it to turn on replug in power. Place on USB charging port. This was I don't see it, so I'll go ahead and just save and exit, and we will power it off and see if it saves anything. Saves the date and time after we unplug it. We'll put in the storage and RAM, and then I have a Windows 11 USB currently being generated, and we'll install Windows 11 on here. All right, we'll be back in a few. All right, so we got the Zbook 15 all set up and Windows installed. Windows updates took forever. Go over that here in a second. I did want to show just a little bit of a size comparison with my Zbook 14 Gen 2 and the Zbook 15. You can see that the Zbook 15 is significantly bigger, also quite a bit chunkier, which makes sense. This was touted as an Ultrabook, even had a little Ultrabook sticker on it when it first came out. And this is a workstation desktop replacement type laptop, so obviously much thicker than this one. I also went ahead and ran a quick benchmark on them just to compare them side by side. Go ahead and open this up and open this one up. You were awake just a second ago. What'd you do? There we go. All right, so first off, we have the Oh, come on. Core i5 4200M, which is a dual core, dual thread processor. And we have the NVIDIA Quadro K610M, which is a 1 gig graphics card. As far as the performance goes, bring that up here. Oh, come on. So, I'll put this on this side. All right, so the Zbook 14 did beat out the Zbook 15. The Zbook 14, the CPU was weaker slightly on the Zbook 14, even though it has a 5th gen Core i7. Because this is a full-fat CPU that can be swapped, I think, it ran faster on here. I'm not sure. I'll have to rerun the test probably. 2D Mark was a little bit faster on the Zbook 15. 3D Mark, though, was significantly faster on the Zbook 14. I think because it has a 2 gig card, and I believe it is compatible with DirectX 12, where this one is not. It does not have a DirectX 12 compatible card. Memory and disk mark are close enough to not really matter there. So thought that was interesting. So I'm not really sure what I want to do with this laptop. I got it because it was super cheap. Like I said, I think I spent like $42 on it, something like that. And now I've added some RAM to it and a storage device, which I had just laying around anyways, collecting dust. So I'm not going to throw that cost in there. So what I like to do is anybody who wants me to do something with this, I have my link to my Buy Me a Coffee in the description. I believe you can add a note to that. If you want to see me upgrade this CPU, donate and say CPU in the comment. If you want me to upgrade the GPU, because this is a replaceable GPU, donate and say GPU. And if I get enough donations for either or, I will upgrade this laptop with that. So I'll look to see what's compatible for the GPU. I already kind of know what is compatible with the CPU. There's a 4900 MQ or QM that is compatible with this, that this did come with, and so we can upgrade that CPU pretty easily, but the GPU will require a little bit more research. Was compatible not with just with the slot, but with the cooler and the size, everything. It's a standardized-ish slot, but it's not very standardized, so we'll see what we can shove in there. Anyways, hopefully you found this interesting. Thank you for watching. Hope you have an amazing day.